excited to spend some time with you on what we're going to talk about today and Thursday. It's not quite as, mindfulness is like, wow, this is really the central, but this is right up there pretty close. I think we've talked about this before. The stress response itself. Okay, let's get our minds rolling. Stress response, remember how it looked. Remember what it's for, right? Have we talked about this? What are the two primary emotions that are naturally occurring during the stress response? So think about the fight or flight response. What two emotions do you hope are in the game while you're in the fight or flight? What do you think? Fear and anger, right? Why do you say that? Why do you think we would want to have fear and anger as naturally occurring emotions during the fight or flight response when we are being chased or being attacked? Why? Yeah, that emotion gives you more juice, right? There's so many examples. So in the short run, and get this, guys, I don't want you to not have these emotions. In the short run, when there is a real threat, like everything else that happens, it's really useful. It's really valuable to have those two emotions rolling. The problem we run into is, in the long run, those two emotions and all the other emotions that we have, but especially those two emotions, can get in the way of us functioning well and being happy and being peaceful. Let's kind of get bigger. So we've got all of the emotions, right? All the different emotions that we have. Hundreds of them. We could run the gamut: frustration, sadness, overwhelm, joy, elation, peaceful, whatever it is. Do they just happen? Do you just have those emotions, like sadness, for example? Do you just get sad suddenly out of nowhere? Do you just get overwhelmed suddenly out of nowhere? So there's two places where emotions can be generated. The first of these is subconscious conditioning. And what I mean by that is, you might be doing something and some situation, some event, something happens that triggers a past conditioned response, and you just you walk into a room and for no real good reason you just suddenly feel, oh geez, something's wrong here. Some kind of conditioning or some kind of training has helped you to feel a certain way when something's wrong. Now, I don't want to spend any time here. We do play with this in the Mind-Body Wellness class quite a bit. But in here, the focus of our conversation here looks like this. We always have a thought that leads to the emotion. We always have, not always, because there's sometimes, but most of the time, we have a thought about something, an interpretation about something. Interpretation that is the thought. So, what's an example?